Welcome, Aries rising signs of the zodiac, to your horoscope for the month of December 2025. I'm Cosmic Girl. Trust you're doing well, and thank you for joining me here. So let's open up this month's video talking about your planetary ruler, which is Mars, if you're an Aries rising sign. So Mars in the month of December opens up its transit through Sagittarius and then shifts into Capricorn. So come the 15th, right in the middle of the month, your chart ruler Mars is leaving Sagittarius, your natal ninth house of philosophy, religion, culture, higher education and travel, and shifting into Capricorn, your 10th house of authority, ambition, your public name and identity, and your career. So dynamic shift, and chart rulers exalted in Capricorn, and this is really good news for an Aries rising sign. So we're going to get into all of that in this video. So let's just talk about Mars's transit through Sagittarius, opening up the month of December, where he's currently transiting with the Sun and Venus. So Mars in Sagittarius is a really nice placement for your planetary ruler to be in Sagittarius. It's a fire sign, it's a yang sign, it's a mutable sign. So lots of diversity and variety is at hand to engage with at your free will. But Mars and Sagittarius can get a little lost in the sauce and the juice, overstimulated, finding it hard to pick a lane, lots of changes, lots of pivots, lots of movement, mentally, physically, spiritually, with Mars and Sagittarius, the fire sign of enthusiasm, let's go get 'em kind of zodiac sign. So until the 15th, you're playing, if you will, quite nicely with the energy of Sagittarius, with the Sun and Venus also co-present. And that simply means that, you've got a smile on your dial, you're happy to knock shoulders with different people, places, and things that are a little out of the box, avant-garde, very different from your usual connections. Think buying different books that you never thought you'd buy, looking at a travel destination that you never thought you'd even travel in your life. Maybe taking up a course that you were like, well, am I in, am I out? You may consider studying with this transit. But on the 15th, there's a very important shift and an exciting one at that for Aries rising signs. So that's what Mars has you engaged with primarily. That is your focus. What is your planetary ruler Mars doing? It's cruising through Sagittarius and opening up your eyes and saying, the world is your oyster. What do you want? What do you want to engage with at your own free will? You can. Okay, now let's get into the planets in transits. On the 5th of December, we are having our first lunation, and it is a full moon in Gemini at 13 degrees, and we've got a full moon lighting up your natal third house. This is sparky, youthful, excitable, very optimistic day on the 5th of December. A full moon in Gemini in your third house is where you see the fruits of your labor regarding community, siblings, travel, education, and communication. So something quite ripe and big is here for the taking. Think, oh my gosh, there's a real estate opportunity, or I can put a market stall up in my backyard, or oh my God, I'm getting new neighbors. But it's exciting. It's exciting and youthful. Full moon in Gemini in the natal third house is very optimistic, very jumpy. So I think you're up for a new experience in your local backyard, not too far from home. Or maybe you're getting some sort of documentation, communication via email, text, or a phone call that really has you quite excited on the 5th of December. I'd love to hear what this is all about, because I think this full moon and your natal third house is going to be extra spicy and very electrifying. Enjoy. Aries rising, our last full moon of 2025, full moon in Gemini. Woohoo! Not too bad at all. The next day on the 6th, we have our another grand water trine. These have been happening in succession. Mercury's trining retrograde Jupiter's trining Saturn. These water trines have been happening in very private parts of your natal chart. The 8th house of others, resources, death, transformation, and inheritance, the home, the family, your domestic sphere. And things that we do behind closed doors out of the public view. So on the 6th, I got a grand water chime. We're just sitting with, we're going through a process here. We could be feeling very tired, very drained, and we're going to take our time on the 6th of December. I think the astrology and the planets with alignments and aspects are so intelligent. After that very excitable full moon in Gemini, only on the 5th of December, I think we're all going to be coming down. And I think you are as well. So I'd like to think of this grand water trine on the 6th for Aries rising signs, taking stock and inventory, calming the nervous system down, just being very, very grounded and practical, and just tuning into their spidey senses about changes with your future. Really quite exciting on the 6th. On the 8th, your chart ruler Mars is in a superior square to Saturn. What does that mean? You are laying down the law. You're laying down the anvil. You have conviction. You have will. And my lordy, people are going to know about it if they cross your path and agitate you. With a superior square from Mars to Saturn from your ninth house of your beliefs, your convictions, squaring off with Saturn in Pisces of I'm feeling lost, I'm in isolation, I'm feeling a bit lonely. You're going to be making some big moves on the 8th, big decisions. So I like to think of this as a get out of jail free card where you're taking an option, you're grabbing something by the horns here, and you are breaking out of some sort of constriction on the 8th of December. Well done, you. On the 11th, we have Neptune stationing direct in Pisces, where Saturn is also transiting in your 12th house at 29 degrees, and Mercury ingresses back into Sagittarius, joining that stellium party in your 9th house. And Mercury will be there from the 11th to the 1st of January 2026. Okay. Neptune direct in Pisces, well, you're pretty sure about what drags the chain and what needs to basically be eliminated so you can have more creative freedom in your choices and agency over your own life. Now that Neptune's direct in Pisces at 29 degrees, there is no confusion, Aries rising signs, about your horizons, lofty dreams and goals now that Neptune is direct. Happy days. Mercury going back into Sagittarius in your 9th house. Ooh, okay. So from the 11th to the 1st of January, I'm going because Mercury's in judgment, meaning Mercury can have us feeling we have to extend ourselves more, travel more, spend more money, communicate more than we need to. So balance is key with Mercury back in Sagittarius in your 9th house. Okay, Aries rising signs, here it is on the 15th of December. Your chart ruler Mars now moves to the very top, the apex of your natal chart. Mars is in Capricorn, your 10th house of ambition, authority, public reputation, your name and identity, and your career. From the 15th of December to the 23rd of January 2026. Mars hasn't been here for 2 years. There could be a 2-year story wrapping up here for Aries rising signs. If you've been engrossed in something, this may be the moment between the 15th and the 23rd of January next year where you close down something regarding authority, ambition, your public name and identity, your career. So this is a big transit. So what is Mars seeking in Capricorn where he's exalted? Status, reaching for the stars, being seen as someone that can get a job done, someone that is accomplished, someone that is responsible, has leadership qualities, someone that can hold their own. So when your chart ruler is in Capricorn, it won't be an illusion for anybody because Mars is right at the top of your natal chart where everyone can see you, very public part of your chart, and know that you are the person that has leadership qualities. You can do the hard yards. You can get a job done. You are autonomous. You are absolutely capable of leading and, more importantly, controlling your own life and your own compass. Mars in Capricorn has you driven, the sheer will to succeed and be seen favorably in the public will be strong. So practically working with this transit from the 15th of December to the 23rd of January 2026. If you want to promote yourself, think a new website, marketing, public speaking. This is it. If you have something you're an ambassador or advocate for, whether it's yourself or something else, this is the time to be heard. Stand on your soapbox, say it with your chest, kind of transit, and you will be championed by all around you that are in awe that, wow, Aries rising signs really are kicking goals. This is all about upping the ante, advancement, leveling up to a new stage of maturity and power. Enjoy your chart ruler Mars in Capricorn in your natal 10th house. On the 20th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius in your 9th house at 28 degrees. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. You're taking all those academic, philosophical, spiritual feathers that you have accumulated for a while Mars was transiting in Sagittarius, your 9th house, and you're now taking it into your toolbox, into your tool belt, and you are going to go, I'm going to strike. I'm ready to fire. I'm ready to go. But it's a brand new start in opening up doors to the world at large. What inspires you? What fires you up? New moon in Sagittarius encourages connection to life. It's a big world out there. What are you ready to start? That's going to transform your psyche, your spirit, and your soul. Now's the time to strike with the new moon in Sagittarius, because within 6 months, when we have that full moon in Sagittarius, that is when the rewards will be reaped. Nice one on the 20th with a fabulous, enthusiastic, exciting new moon in Sagittarius. Go get them, Tiger. On the 21st, solstice point, yay, in the Northern Hemisphere, the sun every day moving forward from now on will get higher in the sky, whilst in the Southern Hemisphere, the sun is as high as it's going to get and it's going to slowly descend. So we've got the longest day in the Southern Hemisphere versus the shortest day in the Northern Hemisphere. But the solstice point's nice. It is a turning point, a season changing. And we can sit still, which is what solstice mean. The sun stays still. The sun is still. So great day to take stock. Great day to just take time out for you on the 21st. Okay, so the sun on the 21st is now in Capricorn in your 10th house for 4 weeks, joining your chart ruler Mars. Soon to be followed by Venus, and on the 1st of January, followed by Mercury. Okay, so with the sun in Capricorn, the sun is the ruler of your 5th house. Children, intimacy, creativity, leisure, recreation, things that stir your waters and make you feel all fired up. The natal 5th house of joy and pleasure. That ruler sun is in the 10th house now. Are you, Aries rising sign, having a proud moment with your children? Are you celebrating with your children if children are applicable to you? Are you, Aries rising signs, out and about in the world in a fun, optimistic way, sort of showing the world what you love with pride? Can be with the sun for 4 weeks in your natal 10th house, being the ruler of Leo, your natal 5th house of expression from the heart. Really nice with the sun in the 10th. The 24th, we now have Venus ingressing into your 10th house of Capricorn. She'll be here until the 17th of January 2026. So take note, on the 1st of January, Mercury will join in as well into this stellium party and in natal 10th house. So stellium in the 10th, going from the 9th to the 10th. So you're taking ideas, concepts, your philosophies, your religion, your beliefs, everything you know, all those tools, and you're bringing it into the 10th house. And you're firing on all the cylinders. Venus in Capricorn is seeking quality, par excellence, longevity, status, when she's in Capricorn. So you will value and you will be valued for what you bring to the table in a public capacity and what your drive is when it comes to your own ambition and authority in life. The standards and the bars are set extremely high with Venus in Capricorn. Heart's desire is to be acknowledged for your hard work, your grit, your determination, the sheer will to break through when you have been through adversity. Venus brings in the recognition, and Venus will show you connections that are valuable and that can take you the distance and keep you on top of that mountain that you worked so hard to climb to. Beautiful with Venus in Capricorn from the 24th of December to the 17th of January. So you end the year proverbially on a high. Your chart ruler Mars is at the top of your natal chart. Now is the time to say it with love, express your heart's desire, and it will not go unheard. Wonderful astrology for the Aries rising signs closing out 2025. I look forward to you joining me here on the Cosmic Girl 101 YouTube channel in 2026, where I will continue to dedicate with much love to astrology content that is of high quality and par excellence as well. Thanks for tuning in, Aries rising signs of the zodiac, to your December horoscope. I hope you have a stellar month. It's been a very tricky year, 2025, but I think we're all looking forward to next year, 2026. We have Saturn and Neptune conjunct at 0 degrees in Aries on the 20th of February, 2026, setting off a whole new cycle of upping the ante and following your dreams. Wonderful way to work with astrology with planets in transits. And it's nice to see how I can watch people evolve, grow, and excel. If you'd like to work one-on-one with me regarding your own natal chart, progression, solar return, etc., I can be contacted at the email being cosmicgirl101@protonmail.com. Till next time, Aries rising signs, stay cosmic.